Rudy, it's a strength and conditioning day for Junto Nakatani, at least your version. Explain it. What's going on here?
They're working hard, huh?
Yeah. Well, it's shadow boxing.
They're starting. And the thing is that my guys work hard, and there hasn't been a single fight that they've been into where they've shown tiredness to be tired, or because end of the day, they put in the work. And we do boxing. We don't do nothing else but boxing.
Rudy, you have never believed in strength or conditioning in terms of weight training, have you?
None of it.
Why not?
Because it's a different sport. There's no other sport like boxing. No other. It's just boxing. And if you want to strengthen condition, boxing. Do boxing. We have punching bags. We have sparrings, and we have, when we use our tools here in boxing, we get fighters ready.
How many rounds will each shadow box today then? What's the regimen?
12.
12.
Yeah, he'll do 12 rounds.
Different tempos, pace, all that?
Yeah, a little bit different. This is called the Mike Alvarado workout. Because
now you came out with that with the Brandon Rios rematch, correct?
Well, yeah, on the rematch against Brandon Rios, Mike Alvarado had an injured hand, so as a coach, we have to think sometimes outside of the box, and so I came up with this workout, and it's been very successful for our fighters, for our team, and anyone who's ever worked or done this will understand. And not once has anybody who's ever tried it left here feeling they didn't have a good workout.
What do you think is the biggest problem with most strength and conditioning in modern day boxing?
I think it's the biggest bullshit sell. Kind of like the mitts, remember, like mitt work and stuff. Like what's the whole purpose of using the mitts and doing them if you're not going to execute those combinations in a fight or in a training? Like I've told you before, I believe that there's two guys that you can watch them doing those mitts, and they do them in fights. Naoya Inoue and Juan Manuel Marquez.
Right.
Juan Manuel Marquez did it first, and everything that he did on those mitts, he would do them in fights. You can see him.
Rudy, you've told me in the past, you think that modern day strength and conditioning, when it has to do a lot of weights or resistance, you think they can actually overtrain a fighter, right?
Well, let me ask you something. Since we had that strength and conditioning, how many exciting fights have we had since? All these guys have these muscles and everything else, and well, let's go back to this past weekend. One of those fights was considered is ranked now number 1 ever as the fight that threw the least punches in a fight.
And they were well conditioned, supposedly.
But they did their strength and conditioning, and but I didn't see none of that works that they do. I don't see them in fights. And if you look at the fighters from before, they would fight from round 1 to round 15. Today, you don't have that activity. You don't have the same activity. You don't have, it's like boxing can get kind of boring, because when you have a fighter who only throws like 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, I mean, they're very predictable. I mean, the fights are not as exciting.
Rudy, so Junto and the rest of your boxers, they'll do a shadow box workout once a week. Is that the schedule?
No, they do it 3 times a week.
Really?
Yeah, Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday.
Wow.
But they're ready. I answer to no one, man, so I don't care.